Hello everyone! Welcome to Classroom Conduct, Guideline for Morality and Ethics. I am your host, Ansagay from Class C108. Today, we are going to discuss students' engaging stories and their challenges. Furthermore, we are going to talk about two scenarios that test our ethical conduct and principles. Let's get started! Scenario 1. Emma is in a high school where her classmates frequently share answers and cheat on assignments. The teacher is strict but does not notice the cheating because it's done subtly. Emma feels pressured to join in to fit in with her peers, but she is also committed to maintaining her academic integrity. She must decide whether to conform to the cheating culture, to avoid conflict, or to stand firm against it, risking her social acceptance. Now let's move on to the question and answer area. Number 1. What ethical standards should Emma uphold in this situation? Discuss the importance of academic honesty and the impact of cheating on personal integrity and fairness. Emma should have morality and academic honesty. Even if her peers are doing it, cheating leads to more consequences. This issue disregards the purpose of learning, which is to learn from mistakes and grow. In addition, cheating ruins personal integrity. It is a form of lying, making it not fair for other students who studied hard. Overall, cheating constitutes playing a seemingly easy game with hard consequences. Number 2. Should Emma conform to her peers' cheating practices or refuse to participate? If she chooses to conform, what type of conformity, e.g., compliance, internalization, identification, is she engaging in? Explain your reasoning. If I were Emma, I would choose my academic integrity, answer the assignments fairly, and refuse to participate with my peers. If she chooses to conform to cheating, she will be engaging in compliance as a conformity. Compliance means that she will agree to cheat to fit in with her classmates, even if she does not want to. 3. If Emma decides to conform by participating in cheating, is it due to a desire for acceptance, compliance, a genuine belief that cheating is justified, internalization, or a need to fit into the group's norms, identification? Provide details to support your answer. If Emma decides to conform by participating in cheating, it is due to wanting to feel included with her peers or acceptance. All in all, she mainly wants to fit in despite her underlying feelings about cheating, having the mindset, if they are doing it, I should too. 4. What conflict management style, for example, accommodating, competing, collaborating, avoiding, compromising, would be most appropriate for Emma if she decides to address the issue of cheating with her peers? Why? If Emma decides to address the cheating issue, the most appropriate conflict management style would probably be collaborating. This would lead Emma to work with her peers, which will satisfy them both. Rather than cheating, she could have an honest talk with them, relaying her discomfort with cheating and explaining the consequences it could lead to. Emma's circumstance brings to light a significant issue that many students encounter: the conflict between upholding your morals and trying to fit in. Scenario 2. Next, we have Alex. Alex is assigned to a group project where the group members expect him to take on more than his fair share of work. The group is tight-knit and values teamwork, but Alex prefers working independently and feels overwhelmed by the extra responsibilities. He must decide whether to conform to the group's expectations by increasing his contribution or to assert his own preferences, which might lead to conflict with his teammates. Now let's move on to the question and answer portion. One. What ethical standards should Alex consider in this situation? Discuss the importance of fairness and equitable contribution in group work, and how balancing personal preferences with team expectations impacts group dynamics. Alex should consider fairness and equitable contribution. A successful and collaborative team should have equal roles. Being fair leads to an unbiased load of work, highlighting each team members on their unique skills. Also, this means that everyone should contribute with the same amount of effort as others. Furthermore, balancing personal preferences with team expectations is a key factor in improving group dynamics, ensuring that even with individuality, they are on the same page. 2. Should Alex conform to the group's expectations by increasing his contribution, or should he assert his preference for less responsibility? If he chooses to conform, what type of conformity? For example, compliance, internalization, identification. Is he demonstrating? Justify your answer. I believe that Alex should not conform to his team's expectations to increase his contribution, but be assertive and clear in speaking out, taking account of the group's well-established team setting. Although, if he chooses to conform, he will be showing signs of identification. He might be hesitantly going through the norms of being in a tight-knit group despite his independent behavior and overwhelming feelings about it. 3. If Alex decides to conform by taking on more work, is it because he wants to gain acceptance from his team, compliance? He genuinely believes in the value of teamwork, internalization, or he wants to align with the team's norms, identification. Explain your reasoning. If Alex conforms by taking more work, he wants to align more with the team's norm. This situation indicates that there is a norm to the group being tight-knit and valuing teamwork. Overall, his desire focuses on wanting to fit the group's established identity and supporting the norm. 4. What conflict management style, for example, accommodating, competing, collaborating, avoiding, compromising, would be most effective for Alex if he chooses to discuss and resolve the workload distribution issue with his team. Why? If Alex chooses to consider and resolve the workload distribution problem with his group, the most effective conflict management approach would be compromising. This style will lead Alex to be honest about his frustration of being overwhelmed and to negotiate a balanced distribution of work rather than disrupt the team's unity. Therefore, to effectively talk about and come up with a solution to the imbalanced workload, compromising is the best approach. Alex's situation demonstrates that it is important to have the right balance between teamwork and an equitable workload distribution. Therefore, we have seen how important professional behavior is. As we have navigated these two scenarios today, Emma's difficult decision about academic integrity in the face of peer pressure, and Alex's problem with the workload distribution within a close-knit team. It is difficult to strike a balance between one's values, social dynamics, and group expectations. To conclude, developing the ability to handle these obstacles, make moral decisions, speak clearly, and resolve conflicts builds priceless abilities that will benefit us. Thanks for joining me. This is Classroom Conduct Guideline for Morality and Ethics. I am your host, Ansagay from Class C108. Have a nice day. Bye!